permit, or other matter, to make representations to council either orally or by written submission, or add comments or elaborate upon correspondence that may have already been presented to council concerning the bylaws. It is important to note that council is not in a position to receive any additional information on the bylaws following the public hearing as dictated by case law. The hearing procedure involves an explanation from the Community Development Division on the purpose of the proposed bylaws and to hear from individuals regarding the bylaws. In order to ensure that all interested parties have a reasonable opportunity to be heard, speakers are requested to keep representations as brief and succinct as possible and no longer than 5 minutes, excluding time required for questions from council. Speakers will be asked to state their name, neighborhood, and city for the record, and if referring to prepared remarks, to submit copies of these to the Township Clerk. Decorum must be maintained at all times. This includes refraining from applause, booing, or heckling. To assist with large numbers of speakers, individuals must advise the Township Clerk and sign the speakers list prior to the commencement of the public hearing. The names on the speakers list will be read out during the hearing. Individuals who have already addressed council and wish to add further submissions will wait until the people that have not yet addressed council have had an opportunity to speak. All submissions and speakers lists are considered part of the public record. Council members should not express their views nor debate the bylaws, but may question speakers to clarify particular points in the submissions. Council may consider third reading or third and final adoption at this meeting or at its next regular meeting to be held on Monday, June 28th, 2021 in the Fraser River Presentation Theatre, which is right here, 4th floor, 20338 65 Avenue, Langley, BC. So with that, I'd ask for a motion to adopt and receive the agenda items. Councillor Whitmarsh moves it, and a seconder, Councillor Ferguson. All those in favor, opposed, and carries. Thank you. There are no development permits. We have one public hearing at C1. It's a land use contract discharge and rezoning application number 100651, Mufford Industrial Park Limited, bylaw number 5684 and 5685. So at this point, I'll turn it over to Mr. Richardson.
Well, thank you, Your Worship. With your permission, I'll share the screen. Is that visible, Your Worship?
Yes, I see it. Thank you.
Excellent. So the subject, land use contract discharge and rezoning bylaws pertain to existing industrial uses at 20626 Mufford Crescent. The 4.72 acre site is designated industrial business park in the Willowbrook Community Plan and is regulated by Land Use Contract 20. This air photo depicts the subject site located between 62nd Avenue and Mufford Crescent. Bylaw 5684 discharges Land Use Contract 20, and Bylaw 5685 rezones the site to General Industrial M2A, consistent with the site's Willowbrook Industrial Community Plan designation. Staff recommends support of Land Use Contract Discharge Bylaw 5684 and rezoning Bylaw 5685, subject to 4 conditions listed on page 8 of Council's agenda. Your Worship, 387 notices were mailed out, 2 written submissions have been received, and there are no individuals noted on the speakers list.
Great, thank you very much. So at this point, I'll ask for any input from the public on C1. Any submissions to the public? Second time, any submissions to the public on C1 on the agenda? Any submissions to the public on C1 on the agenda? Hearing none, is the proponent here and wish to respond to the written submissions? Don't see anyone. So with that, I will close the public hearing and now ask council if they wish to proceed to third reading. We need a motion to proceed to third reading, and has to pass by 2/3. Councilor Long moves it. Councilor Arneson seconds it. I'll call the question. All those in favor and opposed?
Opposed.
Councilor Woodward is opposed. It carries. So now we'll move on to third reading for land use contract discharge and rezoning application number 100651, Mufford Industrial Park Limited, bylaw 5684 and 5685. Could I have a motion for third reading? Councilor Arneson and the seconder. Councilor Long, any discussion? Seeing none, I'll call the question. All those in favor and opposed? Carries unanimously. Thank you. So at this point, I would ask for a motion to terminate.
Termination.
Councilor Long moves termination. Seconder? A second. Councilor Whitmarsh. All those in favor? Opposed? Carried. Public hearing is now terminated. We will take about 5 minutes